Oh my god, now I've been talking with the microphone off. Oh my god. Bro, today is not my day. Anyway, I was trying to stream like normal to both Facebook and YouTube at the same time. It wasn't working. I don't know, something was broken on the website. And then, so then I tried to stream directly just to YouTube. And it wasn't working. The program wasn't working. Had to restart everything and everything. And now, after having to reset all the settings and logging out, logging back in, all this stuff, it's working. So here I am. I think I deserve a twisted tea, so I'm gonna have myself a twisted tea. I haven't actually drank any of it. I've just opened it. But here we have a big old canvas, and what I've done is just sketched out a drawing of DMX, the one and only. X gonna give it to you. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be painting today. That's what I'm gonna be painting today. And I think I'm gonna be using the illustration line of colors today. So let's move over to this camera so you guys can see. I don't think you'll be able to see the sketch. It's really, really light. I used a really light pencil and it's just pretty basic, but I'm gonna mix up some colors. And we have a new airbrush in the lineup today. So we have the Air Cobra airbrush, which is actually the airbrush I think. Wait, no, I'm gonna use this for the black, for the details, because I have black loaded in it. I was using it earlier. So yeah, we have the Air Cobra airbrush today. An amazing airbrush. Literally touched my bench and it's not going anywhere. It's gonna stay right there. And now I don't think the live chat's working. My live chat is broken. I don't see. Let's see if it. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. There's all kinds of messages. All right, let's see here. What's up? You fear the scat man? What's up, Tim Miner? What's up, Air Todd? There you go. We got the. No, so I'm not live on Facebook because that restream site or whatever is just not working right now. So I don't know. I tried. I just literally set it all up, and then I tried to go live, and then it was like it wouldn't stream. It wouldn't do anything, and then when it did, it literally lasted like 5 minutes, and it died. What's up, Break a Leg? What's up, bro? What you doing? How's it going? Yeah, we're doing Mr. DMX. Let me get the paint I'm going to be using over here today. So I'm grabbing some black and some white illustration colors here. Yeah, the Air Cobra airbrush. So if you go down below, right, you click the link to get this spray gunner or whatever, and you go to click on airbrush. One of the brands you'll see there is like ammo or Air Cobra. But this airbrush right here, American made airbrush, and I have nothing bad to say about it other than that it comes with this plastic or rubber cap. But other than that, this is literally, it hit my bench and instantly it was like the Krios. It was like love at first finger. So so yeah, anyway, let me mix up some gray here and we'll get going. I'm gonna use the Krios for the gray, and then I'll probably be using the Eclipse for the white today. So I'm gonna mix up some white. I'm just gonna start off by pouring in some white, and then I'm gonna throw in a couple drops of black here, and we're gonna mix up a nice gray. And then I'm gonna throw in just a little bit of reducer, just a little bit, to make it flow out nice and make it easy to get some nice blends and shades. DMX the crackhead. Hey man, why you gotta kill on the man's spirit like that? See, so that's the whole thing, right? Is that you could take it as yeah, he was a crackhead or whatever, but does that really take away from his music and his thoughts? Because ultimately, you know, that's kind of why I like DMX. I didn't like him as a person or anything because I didn't know him personally. You know, what if he was a really nice crackhead? Would that have changed your perspective of it? I'm just saying. if you listen to his songs, if you listen to some of his spoken word and stuff, and he was actually like really religious and stuff. Um, yeah, he said some real stuff, man. He had some real good vibes. You know what I'm saying? So I know his albums got me through some stuff. His songs got me through some stuff, some tough times, and listening to it and you know vibing, getting the vibe off of it. You know, it was a thing. So. What's the difference with wicked illustration and opaque illustration? So this is Createx illustration. The illustration line is specifically meant for artwork, and that's the best way to describe it. The wicked line is an automotive grade paint, so it's more meant for vehicles and stuff like that. That's the best way to put it right now. You make grays really easy. Yeah. So I just like making a medium gray, and then see that it's a nice little medium gray, right? I can't see if you guys can see that. Let me see. This one, okay. Let's see here. Switch the focus. Look at that. Boy's a pro at the camera now. Look at that. So it's a nice, just like a medium gray. It's a little bit light, but not too light, and it's like you could build it up almost like darkness. And when you throw in the black, it'll look good. So now I need to set the focus back over here. It's about there. That's good. Good. Yeah, it's sad his addiction darkened his talent. The thing is, I don't know. Everybody's fighting their own demons, you know what I'm saying? So anybody can have a weakness. It's just having to be crack. I mean, yeah, that's how the best way to put it too. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, let me pull up the picture. You guys are funny. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, does that really take away from his art, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he was an artist, just like me and you, and I don't feel that, you know, whatever he did on his recreational time should really take away from what he achieved during his lifetime, during his career. I don't know, man. Does it really matter that much that he did drugs? That's at the end of the day what I'm asking. Anyway. I'm just going to start up here on his hand, and we're going to start with the gray, like I said, and just start cutting it in over here. So this is a pretty big canvas, so I'm going to try to work it in a little bit faster. If I go quiet or something, try to spam the chat, because it is at the corner of my eye, so I can see it in case I just like start going off. I do have the music kind of loud in my headphones and just vibing right now. I should have took a drink of my drink real quick before I started. But yeah, I don't know, man. I listen to a lot of his music. I never actually ever thought about, like, you know, what does he do on his free time? Like, never ever crossed my mind. To me, it was just about the songs. And yeah. When I make grays, they suck. Is it a GoPro? No, it's a Canon camera. Like, what is the model number? Somewhere on here. Hold on. An EOS Rebel T100. So that's the camera. And the other one is a webcam, a Logitech something or other. But yeah, I mean, that's just my thing. I don't know. Maybe you feel a different way about it. That's fine. I don't really care. So maybe to not lose myself too, I might work the gray and the black at the same time. So no matter what DMX struggle with, he only human. Yeah, we all have our own struggle. This is true. Good thing he didn't have dental implants. He would have sold all his teeth. This guy. True talk. Yeah, he will live on forever for sure through his artwork. Like I said, he was an artist just like we are, and yeah. I'm just making sure the timeout on my screen is a little longer because I don't have to keep pulling up this menu. There we go. I don't know, man. We all fight our own demons, like I said. Does it really make it any different if he was doing crack, doing heroin, whatever it was? At the end of the day, it's like his own time. Maybe somebody should have told him to slow down, for sure. And maybe somebody did. Maybe he just didn't listen. I don't know. We weren't there. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's crazy is all I can say is that's crazy. And like I said, it doesn't take away from his accomplishments. That's just how I feel. And so I'm gonna work in the black kind of close, but I'm planning to black out the rest of the canvas where it's not him. So I'm just, up front, the edges might not be so defined or whatever, but that will be on purpose. Anyway, yeah, I remember listening to a lot of his music. He definitely had some interesting thoughts, and nobody will be able to take that away from him. So, even if you just go on YouTube and just search, he did like a lot of spoken word, kind of like poetry type stuff. And you wouldn't think his voice would lend good to that, but his voice actually, it makes some of the stuff he says kind of good, and some of the stuff's real deep too. People laugh at some of the stuff he says and stuff, but if you really listen to what he's saying, it's like, that wasn't a joke. It's like, that wasn't a joke. You weren't supposed to laugh. So yeah. Just working in the hand here. Working these fingers. But anyway, he deserves a spot on my wall, and that's why I'm doing this. So this is one for me. Opinions are like belly buttons. We lost Prince, Michael Jackson, and almost an Iron Man. What? Yeah. I mean, right now I'm using the Creos Airbrush. What are you using for the shading step? So I'm going to be using the Creos Airbrush for the gray, and then I'm going to be using the Air Cobra Airbrush here in a minute for the blacks, and then I'm going to be using the Iwata Eclipse HPCS for the whites. And that specific way of colors. So technically I'm shading with all of them. So it's kind of that question of like, which one are you using for the shading? It's like all of them. Obviously the highlights with the white are highlights, but it's just white shading, right? I'm going to be doing white shading with it. The black is going to be white shading, like black shading. And the gray, what I'm doing right now is just building up shades and shadows. So, and on such a big canvas like this, I could build up the detail really small, but big canvases like this are really appreciated when you kind of step back a little bit. So So I'm going to keep the detail relevant to the distance. So you'll see me stepping back and then stepping back in and just making sure it looks good. Almost like a blown up Polaroid is kind of what I'm going for here. So let's see if we can get you guys any closer. There you go. There you go. The industry will destroy the weak-minded artists. I mean, yeah, I guess. Give it to you rough. He was switches brushes too fast. Sorry, Easy. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know what ate at him. And maybe that wasn't even his problem. Like somebody said, maybe he just really liked crack. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you've ever talked to somebody who's ever done crack, but when they describe it, it doesn't even make sense. And that's all I know. And yeah, I've never done crack, and I know when I've heard people talk about it, I'm just like, yeah, that sounds like it's not for me. I know that much. So, I don't know. Alright, so now let's shake up this black a little bit and use this airbrush a little bit for the blacks here. Get some definition. Airbrush a crack pipe, nah, I'm good. Got a book on how to draw the horses. How to draw horses. They're next, I guess. We are not the airbrush artists you're looking for. Okay. What's up, Mikey? Let me take this off because I like this. I like that cap, but I also like it better where I can see. I should just reduce this down a little bit because I was using it pretty heavy earlier. Yeah, let me just put just a little bit in here. Clean off. Maybe I should get a drink of my drink too finally. There was a Star Wars reference. What's up, Chris? How's it going? ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo estás? Prefiero que alguien así llegue y, hey, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué salud? A que alguien que nomás grita, español, español, habla en español. Alright, there we go. Now we can get this nice and shaded in there. Alright, so this edge right here is the edge of the microphone, but it's all blacked out, so I'm just going to build that little edge right there, and then when I come back in with a heavy black, like to black out the whole black, I could just black those areas in a lot easier and faster, as opposed to trying to do it with this overly reduced black that I'm running right now. That wouldn't make much sense, so just like I said, I'm building it up to the black, and if the edges don't seem so defined, it's on purpose. So it might look a little funny here for a second, but it'll get there. And I'm hoping to have this all finished today, but maybe it might be a two-parter, depends on how fast I can actually get this done. It's a really big canvas, so but I'm gonna try not to stall. With a training how to airbrush practice and master fire flames, make a DVD. So that's actually one of the next videos in the pipeline, is a complete how to airbrush fire video, where we take all the paints and I walk you through, you know, not just using the standard set or a candy set or the wicked line. You know, I'm gonna literally use all the paint sets as the ultimate fire, kind of how to walk through. Not sure what I'm gonna call it, but just a way of achieving the maximum effect. So I have one where you could do it using normal create text, and then I have one using the candies, and I have another one explaining the stencils. So next I feel like just be wanting to progressively use it all together. If you did this from a pic, it would look like a turd. Oh, that's I don't know. I think some people are too hard. Don't be so hard on yourself, dude. I think you might just be too hard on yourself. You got. I don't know. I don't know your skill personally, but I think if you really tried and gave it a really good shot, or practiced a little bit and then gave it a shot, maybe wouldn't be as bad as you thought. I don't know. You could finish that in your sleep. What are you going to be doing on the project in the garage, the car? So I just made a post about it right now, like before I went live. But we have to do some repairs. So, yeah. And all the non-Skull Squad people are like, what the hell is he talking about? Thank you, Tim. Sorry, I have to reply. It's David Monick. I'm from Coast Airbrush. Cool. Right, where was I? Up here. Looks good. Just get that little edge in there. Sweet. Able to build up right here. A little edge of the finger. Go, and then just get the edge of this finger in. I'm trying not to overextend my back and just stand up straight, but it's hard to not want to just like reach up. But I think that's good. Got that edge in there all the way across. Make sure I get this one. Sweet. I'm just going to do a little darkening over here. So I get my I get People always, what the fuck is? I know, I never make sense, bro. I never make sense. uh, no, I'm not in Texas. I'm in uh, I'm in Colorado. The reason I don't like printing them out, for one, is you're wasting ink and paper, and two, on the phone, you can zoom in, so it's like easy. Um, I don't know. I find it a lot easier to just zoom in on the phone and I can move it into the area and like it focuses in on that area. You know, like I'm working on the hand, so I just have it on the hand, and if I'm moving around, like I'm gonna just move it like this, and I can stay zoomed in on that area. That's literally like you got to take advantage of the tools of your time. And I feel like if Michelangelo back in the day would have had a phone, you know, and he would have been painting the church or whatever, and he would have probably had his phone out like this and going like, "Ooh man, I really like that I could just have my reference picture up like this, and just you know, just looking over it." Yeah, like I don't know. I feel like the phone is such an underrated tool that a lot of people don't take full advantage of. All right, that's good enough for there. So then there's this watch, but I'm gonna leave the watch alone for now. We might just have to come back to that. And try to focus in on the skin and get kind of his body marked up. And then I'll come back and do the details in here. And like there's a lot going on. So we have his whole shirt going on and his head and everything. But I think I want to get in his arms and his head, which is what probably is going to require the most detail. In most work right off the bat. And we'll try to get those in today. And then you know, probably come back tomorrow or something, and we'll finish up his shirt and darken in the whole background. So I'm almost guaranteeing it's going to be a two-parter because of the sheer size of it and the detail that I want to put in. So if you ain't doing anything tomorrow, make sure you tune in tomorrow. We'll be trucking along on this painting. And this one's going to hang up next to the Jimi Hendrix, next to the Michael Jackson, next to the Eazy-E that we have in the living room. Next to the nice paintings. This one's going inside the house. Photocopy is your time. Yeah, I mean, I used to use photocopies all the time too. I'm not gonna lie, it's you know, it was the best way to do it. But now there's better ways of doing it. Don't ever limit yourself. And honestly, like I've been really debating on if I should just get a tablet to have a dedicated tablet for when I'm drawing. I could have like the tablet over here, blah blah blah, on the side, you know. But I don't know. For one, the tablet's gonna get really overspray, right, over time. Because we do spray other stuff in here. And like, even though I keep the cameras, I guess I could just keep it covered when I'm spraying stuff. I don't know. It just seems like a lot. I feel like the phone is right in my hand like this, and I'm holding it and I'm moving it with my airbrush like this. I don't know. It doesn't get any easier than that. Anyway, let me move you guys over here to where I'm working. So yeah, I don't know, take advantage of what you have. If you don't have a phone, well, obviously get yourself a photocopy. Do your best. Just gonna do in his tattoo right here. I hate doing tattoos without knowing what they really are, because maybe I could give it some extra shape if I knew what it was, but it's really hard to tell on the edge of the curve of his arm like that what it exactly I'm looking at. And honestly, it was crazy. I just can't believe he's dead. Like, so it's kind of wild. Like, he's honestly not somebody I expected to die. You know, not that I expect anybody to die, but like, I thought he was in good health. You know what I'm saying? So it's just wild to be like, oh, he's dead, and it's just like somebody I grew up listening to, and you know, through some of them rough times, it was just like DMX was bumping, and it's just like, man, this guy's making a lot of goddamn sense right now. It's like, yeah. So I'm just kind of building up his arm right there, and he's kind of like flexing a little bit, so he has a little bit of muscles, he has a little vein action over here. Well, that sounds like a good idea. I'm not sure which one you're talking about. It's like, ain't no sunshine when it's on. Oh boy. Boy! To be quite honest with you, I'm surprised he did crack. I would have never taken him as a person that did crack. Like, obviously without all the headlines and tabloids and everything. But like, just judging off of his demeanor and stuff, I would have never guessed, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't fit the normal description of a crackhead for sure. Oh, the get a tablet? Yeah. I suppose I could. Oh yeah, I was gonna say I get my first van on Friday, so that's kind of why I feel like it'll be okay to go to the rendezvous. And kind of meet everybody, and I'll be vaccinated, and still probably be wearing a mask or whatnot, but hopefully stuff's a little more relaxed as everybody starts getting vaccinations, and hopefully it doesn't like get canceled or rescheduled or something. Knock on wood. Where am I going to put this one? So this one would actually be, like I said, it's going to sit next to the other ones. So they all kind of sit throughout the house. We don't have a traditional like a dining room area. So we have like a entryway, living room, and what would have been the dining room, but what's normally the big, huge office. Um, and yeah, so all throughout that area is just covered with paintings on the wall. So since we're up here at this hand, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this in. So he'll probably go up with the other paintings somewhere. There's a couple spots that are already kind of bare, so we'll just have to pick. I really don't want to say where because I don't know where the wife is gonna be like, he looks good. Cause I'll just be like, oh yeah, right there, we're in that empty spot, you know what I'm saying? But then she'll come and be like, nah, he doesn't look good right there. He doesn't match or something, and then she'll be like, over here looks better. Like, sure, looks great right there. So I don't know. I don't know for sure where he'll end up, but I know he'll end up inside the house, which is not where a lot of paintings end up. Yeah, I wanna we're gonna be hopefully going to the rendezvous. I'm gonna yell at her today if she didn't get the days off, or ask. And if I'm gonna probably pay for my spot tonight. Now that David said it's filling up quick. Yeah. I want to make sure I do get that Luminlore class, so it's something I could kind of add to my repertoire of services to offer to customers. It's like we could just paint your bike, or we can make your bike literally freaking glow, my guy. Which one you want? Which one you want? And I already have some ideas for using like some Arduino boards and stuff to light up different areas and patterns and stuff. So I just need to know how it's done, so that I could do it for myself. And if you don't know what Luminlore is, oh my god, why is that hard to say all of a sudden? It's literally light up paint, not glow in the dark paint, light up paint. So it lights up with an electrical charge. And I'm very, very, very interested to see how this technology works. And I hope it's not just some like crazy something or other. I hope it's like something I could actually stand behind and offer to customers. And that's why I want to go to the rendezvous. Alright, so we're just gonna mark in this line, but there's also a line that I'm gonna mark in with the heavy black. I'm just kind of getting his arm in there, making sure I build up the shade all the way to the edge, and then darken as I need. Shade it out from there. And I hope the chat's still working. I don't know. It's awfully quiet today in the chat. I mean, it's usually you guys talk too. The Facebook is usually quiet anyway. But I guess there isn't much to say anyway. So this edge we could go ahead and get it nice and defined in there, because that's actually how it's going to stay. That looks good. Just need to maybe define this a little more. There you go. There you go. There you go, governor. That looks good. Alright. What's up, 50 Nuts? How's it going? So you just see me just step back. I'm just stepping back and looking at it so I can kind of make sure it looks good. So got that arm. I'm just going to move over to this arm. Closer over here. It's hard to tell when it's in focus. Right there. Good. So switch back off to the gray. Actually give this a reshake real quick. A little shaky. Start off with his tattoos. So I'm not sure what that tattoo is either. It looks like some writing or something, but I can't really make it out, so we'll just leave it at that. Start building in his shading of his skin. Here's where the detail starts kind of setting in to the picture a little bit. So you see me just doing a little bit of texture here into the skin here. What's up, Dennis? How's it going? So here we got his elbow. So a lot going on here. X forever. Yep, for sure, bro. Yeah, it's honestly hard to believe he's dead. It's just so unexpected, to be honest. There's people you expect to die, right? Like they're old, they're sick, stuff like that. Guess I didn't know him personally enough to know something like this was going on. You can see Airtime and Easy does it over here.